Thank you very much, Dr. Bernstein. Yeah, let me make a comment though on the high income and low income seniors. Clearly, low income seniors suffer more during this heat wave that we're having. Why? Because of the high cost of electricity. They can't afford to turn on their air conditioning, and that's a shame. More people die in heat waves than they do in freezing weather. One other observation on the Social Security Trust Fund. Please explain that to me. I still can't understand it. That trust fund, I was coming across the bridge the other day, coming into town. I was talking on my cell phone, and my driver, a senior citizen, said, "Mr. Martin, I'm drawing Social Security now. I don't understand what all the hullabaloo is about us not getting our Social Security checks during this debt ceiling debate." And then he surprised me further. He said, after all, we've got a Social Security trust fund sitting there that we've paid into. He said, I've paid into all my life. You have too. I said, true. And I was pretty encouraged by that. He didn't say anything else. I said, well, do you understand how much is in that trust fund? He said, yeah, over $2 trillion, maybe $3 trillion. I said, well, there's not really anything in there. I know it's backed by the full faith and credit of our government. That's kind of scary now in this period of downgrading. No. But the fact is, he almost ran off the 14th Street Bridge. He looked back at me and he said, what? There's no money in it? That's a sad commentary, but that's the trust fund. I call it a bus fund. There is no trust. There is no fund. Now I'm going to turn to Dr. Douglas Holtz Eakin, who has a distinguished record as an academic, a policy advisor, and a political strategist. Currently, he's president of the American Action Forum, but during 2001 and 2002, he was chief economist for President George W. Bush's Council of Economic Advisors. From 2003 to 2005, Doug directed the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office, which provides budgetary and policy analysis to Congress. During 2007 and 2008, he was director of domestic and economic policy for the John McCain presidential campaign. Dr. Holtz Eakin has held positions in several Washington-based think tanks, including the Peter Peterson Institute for International Economics and the Paul Volcker Chair in International Economics at the Council on Foreign Relations. He's also been a visiting fellow at the American Enterprise Institute and the Heritage Foundation. He received his PhD from Princeton. He began his career at Columbia University in 1985. Doesn't look that old, but I guess he is. He moved on to Syracuse University from 1990 to 2001. At Syracuse, Dr. Eakin was trustee professor of economics at the Maxwell School. He was chairman of the Department of Economics. Dr. Holtz Eakin serves on the boards of the Tax Foundation, National Economists Club, and the Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget. Douglas Holtz Eakin, the floor is yours, sir.